person is the course of their actions shall stand in their post. So, in those days, when there's a high food shortage and the food is gone, that's what? There's going to be no compassion amongst the people. They're not going to have regard for the old, nor for the young. Nor will they have regard for the old, because they got to get food in their bellies. They got to eat. The grocery stores that ran out of food. So, the actions that they're going to be committing and the wrong things that they're going to do, they're going to feel as though that it is in their power to do, that they're not doing anything wrong by killing the next person to take their food and feed their family. Right? A lot of wickedness and evil is going to be happening in the streets. The food shortage is coming real soon. It's not. In the sense of, if it's going to happen, it is when it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. And when it happens, just know that a prophet of the Lord was out here and told you these things beforehand. That the grocery stores, the world run out of food. Nations will rise up against one another. Houses will be broken into. Untitled Chapter 16 and verse 17. Destruction is me. Destruction is me who will deliver me in those days. So, where there's no food, there's no water. You can't go to the grocery store. You got sicknesses and plagues coming upon you. Guess what? In those days, when the market runs out of food, a lot of us gonna feel like there's no hope. So, a lot of us is gonna feel like, what is there to live for? There's no food in the grocery stores. We can't go to get water to buy food. So, a lot of us, we're gonna lose hope, and we're gonna wanna die. Once the food goes up, once the food runs out of the grocery stores, that's when you're gonna see the real color. Once the grocery store runs out of food, that is when you will see the real color of your so-called friend. The beginning of sorrow and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of war, and the powerless shall stand in fear. The beginning of evil, what shall I do when these evils shall come? So, the beginning of famine, right? We witnessed fresh grocers and ShopRite running out of food to a certain degree. To a certain degree, we witnessed the grocery stores running out of food. That's a sign right there that it's going to happen again. But when it happens again, it is going to be lasting for a longer period of time. Right? A lot of people are going to starve because the stores run out of food. There's going to be wars. There's going to be wars. You got the Russia and Ukraine war, right? The there's going to be evil. Just like a couple days ago, there was a shootout in Buffalo, New York. Just a few days ago, it was a shootout in Buffalo, New York, right? Where it was this white man, he killed 10. He basically went in a poverty-stricken area where the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are, and he didn't kill 10 Hebrew Israelites. He gunned them down. And also, in California, there also was a mass shooting in California as well. These things are going to continue to happen. And they're only going to get worse. They're not going to stop. They're going to get worse. But because these things get worse and worse, that is a sign that we are in the last days. We are definitely in the last days. Don't think just because the food went out of groceries for like a day or two, and the shelves were stocked back up. Don't think that just because the grocery stores run out of food for like a day or two, and the shelves are stocked back up with food, because it's going to get to the point where we go in a grocery store with an EBT card and the shelves are empty. When the shelves are empty, what are you going to do? How you going to feed your child? How you going to feed your family? We don't even know. And it's a shame that we don't know. But because we don't prepare for these type of situations by keeping the laws of the Lord, guess what? We're going to be amongst those who die from starvation. Even in the Bible, it says that it will be a time where things are so cheap so that you can buy, and because things are so cheap, the people will start to think that everything is back to normal because things are so dirt cheap. 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, fix your wool shall be so good and cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evil grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So, there's even going to come a time on earth where food is going to be so cheap, we can just go to the grocery store and buy it. Right? But because food is so cheap, everybody's going to think that, oh, America is getting back to how it was 3 years ago. But that's not the case at all. Because when you think that you're in good standing with America, that America is going back to the way it was, guess what? More deaths is going to occur. More starvation is going to occur. The grocery stores are going to run out of food even more. And more sicknesses are going to be plagued. And America is going to be plagued with more sicknesses. So, if you do not come to the law, statutes, and the commandments of the Lord, you will die. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So, a lot of people going to die because the grocery store ran out of food. But those who don't die of starvation, they're going to get killed. a situation, the Lord could cause a situation to happen, that even though they might be stocked up on food, that maybe a group of 5 or 10 surround their home, kicking their dog, kill them and their own family. The Lord can set it up that way. Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 54. And verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your God, and the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Most High. Let your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. So, those who follow the Lord by keeping His law, statutes, and commandments, guess what? They're not going to have anything to fear when these evils strike America. Right? There's a food shortage. Those who keep the commandments, they're not going to have anything to fear. But those who don't, they're going to have a lot to fear. Woe be unto them that are found with their sins and covered with their iniquities. Like as a field is covered over with bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. So, those who live a lifestyle with breaking the commandments of the Lord says destruction is coming your way. Destruction is coming your way. Right? 7 monkeys, then 7 monkeys escape from the little compartments that they were contained in. Now these monkeys, they can track the virus. This virus is called the monkeypox, right? Monkeypox. Now, 7 of the monkeys, they've been apprehended, they've been found. But one of the monkeys, they're still out there. And a woman, she got bit by one of these monkeys that contracted the virus or the disease. Now, this woman, she broke out with a virus, right? Just like those monks, just like the Lord put the spirit on these people who rule America to basically come up with a virus. Now this virus is a punishment. It's used as a punishment for those who break the commandments of the Lord. Now, this monkeypox, like seven monkeys, right? They've been apprehended, but one of the monkeys escaped. But this one woman, she got bit by one of these monkeys. Now, that woman contracts a sickness that she got from that monkey. Now, that is a plague that is released amongst America for the disobedience of the 12 tribes of Israel. that a lot of sicknesses is coming up. Shalom, bro. You got a few minutes? You got a few minutes? Oh, good. Is this the Quran?
No, it's the Holy Bible.
No problem. So, a lot of sicknesses and diseases is popping up. A lot of diseases is popping up out of nowhere. But they just not popping up out of nowhere for no reason at all. They're actually here for the destruction of the people who put the Lord's children in captivity. And they're also here for the rebellion of the Lord's children as well. Now, the end of days. This planet Earth is always going to be here, but the society is going to crumble. The American society is going to crumble, as we know. It already started to. Matthew chapter 24, verse 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And he said upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? So, the disciples, they asked Yahushua, they said, look, tell us what will be tell us what will be the end of this society. Tell us the signs that we must watch for in order so that we can know the end of this society. Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying I am Christ, and ye shall deceive many. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, even Yahushua said that many shall come professing to be me, but they will not be me. So be not deceived. And there will be rumors of wars, and there will be actual wars taking place. All of these things will happen, but The end of the world is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So, nation shall rise against nation, right? Nation, one nation of people is going to rise against another nation of people. You got Russia rising up against Ukraine. You got Ukraine and Russia. You got Ukraine and Russia fighting over there, right? That is a war, actual war that we see today. Russia and Ukraine going to war with each other, right? That is a sign that we are in the last days. Another sign that we are in the last days as well is that there will be a massive food shortage. There will be a massive famine. There will be massive earthquakes in different places of the earth. Different places of the earth. They will have earthquakes. You have different nations of people rising up against one another. And you also got famine. Famine is going to happen. Starvation is going to be at an all-time high. All these are the beginning of sorrow. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So, it's even going to come a time where the prophets of the Lord that's on the highways and the byways, that's the black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that don't understand that they're going to be against us. They're going to offer us up to get put in prison. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So, those that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. America is not going back to how it was 5 years ago. America is going to change forever. America is going to change forever. New sicknesses are going to come out. The mask mandate is going to be put back. And more evils is going to happen upon this earth. Now, everything that's happening, these events that's happening, they are signs, right? But guess what? Everybody don't know. That everybody don't see the signs. You know why? Because the Lord did not set it up that way. There is only a select few. There is only a handful of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who the Lord woke up. Chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh have not done it? So, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people are not afraid? The prophets of the Lord been blowing a trumpet for a very long time. only a handful of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they took heed to the trumpet sound. But the rest, they are just firewood. So, everybody, the Lord don't want everybody to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. The Lord does not want everyone to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. You know why? Because a lot of people, they're not going to take advantage of it. They're going to abuse it. Matthew chapter 13 and verse 9. Who has ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? So the disciples of Yahushua came to him and said, Why do you speak to these people in riddles? Why don't you just speak to them plainly? And this is what Yahushua the Christ said. He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So unto you, those who understand the prophecies in this Bible, unto you it was given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But unto them that does not understand, it wasn't given to. For whosoever hath to him shall be given, and he hath more abundance. But whosoever hath not from him shall be taken away, even that he has. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. So, a lot of people, they read the Bible, they see the Bible, but they don't understand any of the words that's in this Bible at all. Right? The kingdom of heaven is made known unto you. Those who don't understand, the kingdom of heaven was not made known unto them at all. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which says, By hearing ye shall hear and not understand, and seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive. So, even though prophecies out of this Bible at the end time is being read, you might hear it, but you don't understand. Even though you're being told that you are the original Jews of the Bible, you don't understand. But the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven is made known unto the prophets of the Lord. It's not made known unto anybody else but us. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. verdict, and I should heal them. So, the Lord don't want everybody to know what's in His Bible. Why? Because the Lord knows who's going to be 100% or who will be half-assed. The Lord have chosen a handful, very few, very many of the Lord's people understand what's in His Bible. We understand that the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the original Jews in the Bible. And we also understand that, prophecy must be fulfilled. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Blessed are our eyes, because we see. Blessed are our ears, because we hear. The mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, the prophecies in His Bible, are not made known unto anybody else. They're not made known unto everybody. They're only made known unto those whom the Lord have chosen from birth. So, being though that the prophecies that's in His Bible are made known unto those, the prophets of the Lord, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, guess what? We are the true prophets of God. We are the ones that's trying to wake you up to let you know you are the biblical Jew of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So being though that you are that, you must act accordingly. But if you don't, consequences coming. So with that, I'm going to end it off right there and say, this is the disciples of Yahweh Shai. I come on here 5 days a week.